boys? How's it going? We're back. We are back with the podcast. And today, again, I'm with both my beautiful co hosts, Hedda 320.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
All right. And Mr. Big Fish 821.
Well, as you can see, the state of insanity is setting in because just seconds ago, Etta was out hunting for an iguana in a bush, and you were out pissing, and now you're treating this like some kind of game show.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't get
honestly,
it. We're still
yeah,
out in the desert, man.
I don't think
How's
it's
that
funny.
iguana, by the way?
bro, like
Yeah, it's not funny.
the
I
sun
don't
is
think it's
hitting me
funny.
pretty
I had to
hard.
eat.
Like the
I
sun
had
is
to
hitting
eat an
me pretty
iguana. I had to eat an iguana for the first time. I've never. Oh God, I've
I
never
heard they're
done that
pretty
before.
tasty.
Well, at least you
I've
get
never
to
done
eat
that before.
something.
I'm really scared, guys. Should I have eaten the tail? Was I supposed to cut off the tail? I don't know. I'm scared.
I think it
Is
grows
it
back,
poisonous?
actually. You
Are they
could have just kept
poisonous?
it.
Is there
We're about
poisonous
to find
iguanas?
out.
He had big red stripes on his back. I was scared, but I ate him because I was hungry and I'm scared. You guys, I'm scared.
Was the iguana with like the did the iguana have the
I don't
shape
I
of
don't
a
know.
frog?
I don't know. I just ate it. I swallowed it whole actually. I fucking picked it up off the dirt and I just fucking ate it. I was so hungry. But now I'm scared.
I
Um
think the sun is hitting us
We're-
pretty
so
hard though. So
yeah, I think it's I don't think I personally have much longer.
yeah.
So
I
I
guess we
think
better keep this going. We
yeah,
must
I mean,
keep the
I guess
content before you
live
die.
your
That's
best
all you're
life,
good
right,
for.
guys?
Talking about things that hits you hard, Hedda,
Yeah.
Hedda, my
Yeah.
friend. I
Hey, what's
think
up?
I think you need to talk about a certain video about a certain subject that we shared not too long ago.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The fuck.
Seriously.
It's like
He's so
genuine
mysterious.
bewilderment. No, hold on. I actually kind of need to know exactly which one you're referring to. Because are we talking about what we talked about over
Yeah,
Discord? Because
yeah,
we
that's exactly what
we-
we talked about.
we traded messages, but what? Oh, the Obi-Wan trailer? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, holy fuck! It took you a
Oh.
while. Yeah, the sun is.
I have a horrible memory.
God
I'm terrible.
damn it.
I'm
We're
horrible.
gonna have to put Star Wars in the title again because of you.
No!
What's your problem?
No, anything but that. Anything
Alright,
but more
guys,
Star
I guess
Wars.
I'm gonna have to stand back here and just
Yeah, Big Fish is
wait
just gonna
as we
have to-
talk about
Big Fish
I'm
is gonna
gonna go
take the
get a
day
bowl
off.
of cereal, you know. Oh
Well,
wait,
you know-
we're in the desert. I'm gonna go get an iguana, you know.
A bowl of sand.
I know where you can find a whole hive of them, bro. There's a whole. Yeah, you could do that too. You could just eat a fucking whole a handful of sand.
Unfortunately, the bowls we had died in the explosion. They're all broken apart.
The
Wait, it
bowls
was
we had
alive?
died in the explosion.
Oh,
We
fuck.
actually were-
We're-
They
we're-
will be missed.
We
We're
were
in
carrying a large shipment of bowls with us, and they all shattered all at once. It was amazing, actually. You should have seen. You guys should have been there. It was amazing.
Yeah,
how they all
you should
shattered
have
at
seen
once.
it. You haven't
should have
seen
been
it.
there, you should
Oh
have
my
seen it.
god, you should have been there.
Oh
We're
my god, it was
totally
actually
saying
it was
the
quite,
truth.
I
it was
kind of
actually
was
quite
driving
beautiful.
the tank, so like.
I feel like I
kinda-
learned something when I saw that. I feel like I've changed. Does it? I feel like there was something within me that I feel like something within me shattered just like those bowls. And quite frankly, I think it was my
Oh, so
resolve.
it's like a
my,
metaphor.
My will to
I
live.
think the
It's
one
a
thing
metaphor.
shattering
metaphor,
was
yeah.
probably like a finger or two. I don't know, maybe an
I
arm.
think that fine china, there was just something about it. The way it shattered and sent shards into my face. Something about it just really woke me up. Just really was
Is
like,
that why you're eating?
there's something about it.
Is that why you're eating whole iguanas now?
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much go from one straight to the other.
You
It's
wait-
like an apocalypse. It's like if
Yeah.
we take it back real quick to an apocalypse scenario. If you ever talked about in an apocalypse, you're starting out with
Boxers.
no no no, you're not starting with boxers, but when it comes to food, right? You have to go down the tier list of oh, first we have to start conserving what food we have, then we have to go find more. We have to start rationing. Oh, now we have to eat the dog. Now we have to. And you go down and down the list, running out of food till things get more desperate, right?
Yeah.
I think it's better to just cut straight to the chase. So that's why at the first sign of any sort of collapse of society, I'm eating my neighbors. Straight to cannibalism. Because if you cut straight to cannibalism, then you're used to it by the time everything's gone to shit, and you're already you're ahead of the curve, right?
He's
You're ahead
gotta-
of
I'll
the
be
curve in
honest.
evolution.
It really sounds like we're creating a Fallout character right now.
No,
Choose
Yes.
your perks. Cannibalism.
So now we're gonna have to put apocalypse and Star Wars in the title again.
He's just gonna get like
Which is-
go
And
on.
we're gonna have to put Fallout too.
And Fallout, yeah,
There's
we'll
gonna-
put Star Wars, Fallout, and title in the game.
There's gonna be
all
an
over again.
announcement on TV saying like, "Oh, nuclear cruise missiles are incoming towards your region." He's gonna be outside, you know.
You're gonna be knocking on his neighbor's
I'm
door.
breaking
No,
down their
I
door.
just
no,
I'm
want
gonna
to
be
talk.
fucking bursting.
No,
Hey, man.
everybody's gonna be outside in line, knowing like they're doomed, so might as well look at the firework. And he's just gonna like wrap his arm around his neighbor, and he's gonna be like, "Hey man, you look pretty tasty," and start biting at his neck the moment the explosion comes off.
You sound like a fucking ghoul right now.
You look magnificent tonight, babe. What? Who are you? I'm just eating. I mean, hey, I'm already at the iguanas, right? I'm already there. I'm halfway there. I'm already like, it's already.
Hey,
guys are
living
looking
on
pretty
a
tasty.
prayer. Wait, what?
Okay, no, but there was a big thing. You're right, Nomad. That the new trailer just dropped
Yeah.
for Obi-Wan show.
sidetracked
Nope.
enough.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, we had to get back. We had to sidetrack back onto the original track.
We had to side. We don't do that. That's
we
legal.
get sidetracked so hard that once we get sidetracked, we manage to get sidetracked off the sidetrack back onto the original track. And I think that's just magical. I think that's beautiful.
Is that a
Honestly, I think it's
sidetrack
really what
section?
Not
Yes,
many
I think
people could do
it's-
that. That's why
No.
you should subscribe to us and
It's
give us
definitely
all
what
your
makes this
money.
podcast
This
so
is
unique.
episode 2.
Give us all your money. We don't have a Patreon, but please just donate directly to
Well,
me.
I have
My
an OnlyFans.
PayPal
You can
is in
send
the
it by
description.
mail.
Noma has an OnlyFans. You can send Big Fish a check in the
It's true.
mail.
I take
That
the
works
pictures and the
too.
videos.
I personally will take electronic payments to my bank information. It's in the comments below. You can check that out. There's a link. You can Zelle me. I use Wells Fargo. You can Zelle me. It's all great. You can send that money straight to me, and it'll all be perfect. And I will totally probably distribute it amongst the 3 of our co-hosts here.
Yeah, totally. I bet you're gonna do
I only
that.
take
we can
like,
use it,
Bitcoin
yeah.
and Dogecoin.
My phone is
Wait, no,
dead
don't
though.
do that.
My phone does not have battery. I did eat it, so that might be. It might be hard to receive electronic payments, but once I do, we're gonna get. It's gonna be great, guys. We're gonna have so much money. We're gonna be able to spend it at every single corner shop within the immediate vicinity, which is probably 100 miles away.
Yeah,
But once we
considering we're
get
in the
there,
desert.
yeah, no, we're stuck in the middle of the desert. So even if we get the money, we have nowhere to spend it. But once we once we make it to whatever town, it's great. We'll be the richest
Actually,
guys. We'll be the richest guys.
What
there.
if we paid a bit extra and got an Amazon driver over here? You know?
An
Yeah,
Amazon
if we do
driver?
Amazon-
Or you mean an Uber driver?
No, what? No, that
Yeah,
ruins the
hey,
entire
wait a
point of
minute.
being stuck.
What if you
Nope.
just drove out to the middle of buttfuck nowhere and then called an Uber? Like, what would happen? Because they have to come pick you up, right? And they have your location.
And you have to make sure that in Uber, you have to make sure the driver is alone.
And-
I will tip extra if it is
and me-
one.
she
I'm not
me-
carpooling. They need to be alone.
And the driver needs to be a she.
It has to be a she.
Oh, No.
She has to be
No.
alone. What? I like murdering women. What were you thinking? What was in your head?
I was thinking maybe bring some McDonald's. You know, I'm kind of hungry.
I have a
Are
spare.
you putting the notes in the mid? Please bring McDonald's. Imagine you're an Uber driver. You're an Uber driver, and you get a fucking notification for a pickup. It's like in the middle of the mountains, like far away from any civilization, and the only note is "Please bring McDonald's." It's like what? Like you have to build that story in your head of like, what the fuck happened to this guy? Where is he and why? Like
That would be a good movie, though. Well,
that would be a
maybe.
hilarious.
It would be a
movie.
good
from the
prank
perspective of the
video.
Uber driver or from the perspective of the survivor, though. That's an interesting concept, though.
From
Like
the
for
perspective of a
rescue.
driver, and then you just kind of piece the things together. You know.
It sounds
Do you
like a
think- do
fucking
you think
Top
that could
Gear
ever,
movie.
like-
It sounds like a fucking Top Gear skit. Or just a
It does.
Grand
Yeah,
It
it
sounds like a
does.
Top
It
Gear
really
challenge.
does.
Yeah, they get the note in the middle of nowhere, and they're just like, "Oh, call an Uber." That's
I
so
mean,
funny. I
that's-
wonder if that's like I wonder if that's a legit survival thing. Like, I wonder if you actually genuinely got lost, could you seriously just call an Uber? I mean, I guess if you're not near a road, obviously.
Well, it depends if you have
Like-
phone fuck. If you know
Phone
have
fuck? Yeah, that would depend a lot. That would be pretty important.
No phone connection and everything because you cannot access the internet without that. If your phone doesn't have a satellite connection, you're done.
Well, I mean, with Elon Musk's Starlink, dude. I mean, that's
Yeah,
gonna
well.
be easy. Speaking of the stars, so the new Obi-Wan Star Wars trailer just dropped. And yeah, there's a lot about it. There's a lot that really angers Big Fish about it. Big Fish had a lot to
I'm
say,
not
and
really
he's saying
angry. I
he
just
was
don't
like,
watch Star Wars
"Arr."
much.
You guys should have heard him when I brought it up the first time. He was like
I was
"Arr,
screeching on the ground,
arr."
fuming,
He was like
foaming at my
"Arr."
mouth.
He was like
Yeah,
"Arr," like a dog, like
I
a
was just
wild
gurgling
hound.
water. Actually, I was
He
just
was
preparing
gargling.
my.
He was actually
Yeah.
drinking the last water we had. He was gargling it just to taunt
Oh,
us.
you mean
Like
the
a
you mean
fucking
the you mean the
asshole.
water I stored with the
Guys,
oil?
look how much water.
Yeah, it was in the radiator. No,
Yeah.
it was just in the radiator.
He drank
It
the
was like
coolant
cola,
fluid
bro.
out of the radiator. It tastes like Sprite, I'm sure.
But
I've
still,
never
yeah,
actually
I
tasted
had to make
Sprite.
sure mine.
I've never
Before
I've
actually.
never actually drank
were-
coolant.
Wait, you.
No, you haven't. Indeed, I also haven't.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Radiator
I don't know. I
coolant and
think we're
Sprite.
getting sidetracked.
Oh my god! Talking about sidetrack, I wanted to test something once, and I'm still thinking about it. You know, we were talking about OnlyFans.
No.
I want to try something.
There is only one woman on this planet who has seen my dick, and I intend to keep it that way. And it's not my mom.
Wait, what? How is that possible?
What's your idea, Nomad?
No, like, I mean, when you were a baby, you know, your mom probably washed you.
She
Okay.
just never caught a glimpse of it.
So, guys, Star
Never
Wars, right?
happened. Now he wants to talk about Star Wars. Now he wants to talk about Star Wars. No, I'm fine with that.
Imagine Star Wars, but the lead actor is like Leslie Nielsen or something.
Who the
I don't know
fuck
who
is
that is.
Leslie Neil? What?
Yeah, that. You got
Oh
us both
my
on that one.
god! The main actor of The Naked Gun, the funny man, you know.
What is the
That's-
naked gun?
Nomad, who the fuck is this guy? Where'd you
I
get
have
him, bro?
no
How
idea.
did they even make? How did he make it all the way out here in this desert?
I'm going to use this really in the story Discord page that we have in the desert to send an image.
You pulled this picture out of your back pocket.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
this
Yeah,
guy!
I
I'm gonna
just-
take this and eat
I
it.
just have a picture of Leslie Nielsen in my
This
pocket
At all
guy.
times, yeah. I thought it was a bit weird at first, but now it's coming in handy. So I'm actually glad you brought it. This will make for great. food.
Wait,
I'm
so
hungry.
so you have Discord? Why can't you just call help with it?
No, this is a physical picture that he's actually.
Oh, this is yeah.
Oh,
He's actually. Oh
I'm
my god,
changing
Lego
the story as I go.
Shoshaw. Lego
Wait a minute.
Shoshaw.
what?
Lego Shoshaw. How do you
Yeah.
spell Shoshaw?
Lego show
I don't know what he's talking
Lego
about.
Showshot. I was on YouTube and I was browsing. I was browsing on YouTube. Wait, look at this.
No, head
You're
up.
on YouTube.
That's literally one of the. That's
He's
Lego
browsing you.
Showshot,
We're
dude.
recording a podcast, and he's just.
For our audio
and
listeners,
he's
love you
just
to
on
death. I've
YouTube.
just discovered the beautiful. Just audio listeners, love you to death. Google Lego Showshaw. That's CHAUCHAT.
Is a gun.
The Showshaw's a gun. It's a French World War One light machine
Yeah,
gun.
we
Google
all know what a
Lego
fucking
Showshaw. It's pretty awesome.
All right,
I'm
so
sorry,
back
I
to
saw that and I was
OnlyFans.
really excited.
Back to OnlyFans. I want to do.
What's your
one
idea,
thing.
Nomad?
Okay, I'm never gonna show my dick to anyone. I'm never even gonna show my face.
Uh-huh.
What I want to try is see if I can make at least $10 to $100 by selling feet pics.
Oh, you'll make way
Absolutely.
more. You'll make way more than that.
Not
You'll make
even
fucking
close
bank.
to a doubt.
No, you'll make bank, dude. People will pay
I-
for that
I
for real.
genuinely
want
wanna
to
try. I've hit my toe not too long ago, and now it bled a bit, and like there's like a brown spot on
There's a
my
market for
right
that.
big toe.
There's a
People will
market
pay
for
for
that. Yeah, someone wants that. That's in
And,
demand, Nomad.
they're pretty
You
rough.
better get it on it.
They're pretty rough. I've just cut my nails, so they're pretty. I've got some hair on the toes, some light hair.
I
on
don't
the
want to
toes.
think about this right now.
Oh, also they fucking
Honestly,
stink. They
I
fucking
really
stink.
feel like we're drifting around towards the worst subjects we could ever talk about on a podcast. And in a way, I do really like that.
Porn?
But
Or
I'm starting to
feet.
feel like talking about Star Wars now.
No, but
Star
seriously,
Wars.
like
Star Wars is
my feet
notoriously the
fucking
worst.
Smell.
Stop. Stop.
Cease.
I'm taking control of this
I'm eating
podcast.
you
I'm
next.
taking control of this. Where were we? Where were we? I forgot where we
We were
were.
at the part where I was saying, imagine Leslie Nielsen as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Leslie Knope. She was a great character.
She
Do you remember
was.
Leslie Knope?
I barely watched
It's
like,
Leslie
that
Knope.
show,
I
I've
can't
Parks and
believe that.
Recreation.
I can't. Yeah,
Honestly-
Parks and Recreation. Hey,
Honestly,
I know what
I like
Parks and
Together in the
Recreation is
Office.
like with Steve Carroll and everything. So.
No, no.
you will be killed. No, you've attracted. No, this is the end.
In white people town, you would be shot.
Yeah, no, lynched.
If you said that around white people, they would lynch you. You would, and that's saying a lot.
Well,
That they would lynch you, a fellow white person. That's like,
Let's not
wow,
get there.
you fucked something up real bad.
I've
to
never
make that
watched
happen.
either of his shows, and I'm like, wow, he just did that.
Wow, he actually just did that. Did you? And the comments are gonna be, did you seriously just get the two main characters of The Office and Parks and Recreation confused? I can't believe this right now. There's gonna be so many
Okay,
comments
that's-
down
I'll
below.
have you
how
know I
we know
graduated
people
to
are
top of my
actually listening.
class in the U.S. Navy SEALs.
Comment down below right now if that's exactly what you did. If you comment right now, Leslie Knope has rockin' tits, then I'll know that you made it this far into the episode and that you agree with what we're saying and that it is
And it'll prove that
horrible.
people are actually listening to this garbage we're spitting
it
out.
proves-
while we're-
it proves that people are actually listening.
From
which would be appreciated,
Right.
well,
considering
I mean,
that.
from what I saw from people, people genuinely listen to the last podcast. And
I
listen-
know.
I
I'd
thought
like
it was
to,
just
I'd
the
like to
voices
shout
in my
out.
head.
That's just the heat stroke coming in.
Oh
mean,
man,
That's what
I
it is.
thought
That-
I was gonna
that-
get a tan, but I'm getting a bit more.
That
Yeah.
turret is a nice umbrella though. We can
It
hide
is.
under
It's a nice shade. You can hide under it. You can sit down. You can just.
And
you
there's
know,
even like
think about.
bread on top of it, so we can just
Where?
take- yeah, like, you see all the bread going around the turret, like those small square things.
Oh
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
sure
Why
he's
didn't I think
referring
that?
to the.
Why didn't I
Pretty
think
sure
of that?
he's referring to the explosive reactive armor.
Little
Laden.
loaves, dude. Oh,
The
bro.
loaves.
oh, little loaves. You want to take a nibble? Watch out.
He bites into it, explodes in his face.
Oh, we take a little nibble.
Bam!
Here I go.
Well,
Explosion.
hit us, Dad.
That's how we're gonna kill our first guest, you know.
Yeah, it sucks that it would be me because I totally carry this podcast, right, guys?
I mean, arguably, right now, Paul wants to talk about feet, and I'm just kind of confused.
Yeah, so I just gotta help steer us in the right direction. I
Alright,
also
so-
don't know where
Alright,
we're
Are
going.
we
do it.
going back to
You know?
fucking Star Wars or not?
I want to make a quick comment real
Finish
quick.
it
I
off.
want
Finish
to
off
get
your.
sidetracked.
Yeah.
I want to get sidetracked
get
real
started.
quick.
Ooh, that's
I
the
want to give a
podcast.
shout out to the voices in our head who listens to the last podcast, specifically Joe O.
Oh no, he's doing it.
I-
He's fucking
I-
doing it.
I just like to say, go fuck yourself. So,
I
that's
gotta
all I
admit,
had.
I don't have that
Um,
voice in my head.
Monkey
Please
Astronomy,
explain.
thank you for listening. That was a nice comment you left there. That was cool. Gerald, please don't say that. My parents don't know yet. So that's all I have to say. But Joe O, that was my message. That's the main message I wanted to get across. But Star Wars, yeah, the new
Straight up,
trailer dropped.
The guy just found the podcast. He's subscribed. He's happy and everything. And the first
Yeah.
thing we tell him is, "Go
He's being
fuck
shouted
yourself."
out in
Go
episode
fuck
2 of this.
yourself. I mean, look, I say what I mean, and I meant what I said. Right? It's like words are like toothpaste. You can't. I never use it. What? What the fuck did I
Oh
just
yeah,
say?
that's the most cursed thing.
I don't even. I just woke up.
I
I'm here.
I
I'm
thought
here, guys. I'm
I
sorry.
thought it was
I
gonna be
blacked
like
out for a second.
I thought it was gonna be like a small like I don't know reference. You know, opinions are like assholes.
Well,
If I want
yeah.
your opinion, I'm gonna ask for it or something. But it's just straight up. Oh
Ew.
yeah, I don't brush my teeth.
that,
wanna
was,
preface this.
that was the whole joke. No,
I would
it
like
was,
to interfere and remind everybody that so far this garbage that's going on has been going on for 20 minutes.
Has it really been only 20 minutes?
It's been 20 minutes.
What do you mean
Oh,
only
God.
20 minutes?
I
This
just
is
felt like it's gone on
agony.
for way longer.
Listening to you talk about
This is torture.
and-
He's
I drank
clawing
the
into the
last water,
sand,
but
just like,
I-
please
yeah.
get me out of here. I would
Save
fucking
me.
dig to China to get out of this hellhole. Wait, you know what's gonna make you feel better?
Dude's talking about this. No, I don't actually.
Star Wars.
Oh, let's go Star Wars.
So the new Obi-Wan trailer came out for the new Star Wars Obi-Wan show. And yeah, Nomad, I had a couple choice words for it. I mean,
Yeah.
well, not choice words, but I had a lot of very
Bullet
specific things to
points.
say.
You have
I
some.
had bullet points exactly. And Nomad,
It's actually kind of laser points,
big fish,
considering
please.
that's
I
Star
told
Wars.
you.
Big fish, you don't have the talking
he's
stick.
wait,
You didn't
no,
tell
hold,
me
wait, hold on.
anything.
Don't rail him this time because that was actually pretty good. But next
I
time he
know, right?
interrupts us, like go in on his ass. But for now, like
Oh, sure thing.
that was a good one. But Nomad, would you consider yourself to be like a Star Wars fan?
I
Or
have
like a Star Wars geek, a nerd, perhaps? You know, maybe a little bit of a cunt, maybe a dickhead asshole, bitch.
Okay, that.
Looks
Okay,
at you suggestively.
I'll take that. I'll take that as a compliment.
Winky smiley face nuzzles you.
Uwu, what's
Ooh,
this?
ooh,
Notice his voice.
ooh, ooh, are you a
Alright.
Star Wars nerd? Ooh,
So,
ooh, can I show you my
just to
lightsaber?
put you in
Ooh?
I feel
context,
like a normal person for once.
I have
I really
3
feel a part of the
posters.
conversation.
At my place, I have 3 posters of Star Wars of the original trilogy, and they are like canvas posters, and they're very cool. I also have a small R2D2 figurine. And I have a project to build an AT-AT model. So
That's awesome.
I am
So a very big Star Wars fan.
perhaps a Star Wars aficionado.
Cool. A little
Also,
bit of
green
the
lightsaber,
background.
best lightsaber. Fuck you all.
Let's
No
not
need to
get
be
political.
so rude.
Let's please calm down. 2 seconds. Star Wars. Okay, so Nomad, Star Wars fan. Am
Yeah.
I a Star Wars fan? Well, to answer that question, I have a Galactic Republic logo on the back of my phone. I have a pop filter. I got a custom designed pop filter or pop, not pop filter, pop socket for
Yeah.
the back of my phone. For that was a Galactic Republic logo.
Okay.
I think that's it. I played a lot of Star Wars. I played a lot of Gary's mod way back in like freshman year of high school, and pretty much all I played was Star Wars Clone Wars roleplay on Dark RP. So
Aw.
that was great. I had a great time doing that.
Notice his bulge.
Yeah, I think that's it actually. But I do like Star Wars. I like it a lot. I would consider myself to be a pretty big Star Wars fan. I love Clone Wars, and that's kind of where this all starts.
Alright.
When I saw this trailer, my initial choice words for Nomad were, "This is probably the first Star Wars thing in a very long time." I say very long time, in quite a while, that I actually want to see. However, that doesn't mean I'm excited for it. I'm like,
You have your reserve. Like you're not.
I have my
too
reserve.
sure.
Yeah, I'm not getting
You're
excited
worried,
right
aren't
now.
you?
I mean,
I don't know if I'm
all?
worried. I just have no expectation. Like, I'm not worried that it'll be bad. I just don't really care.
I mean, I just want to see Ewan McGregor back.
I mean, yeah, I do
just
too.
want
But
to
like,
fucking see Jesus Christ back.
my thing with Star Wars and this is what I said to you over that Discord is like, I'm just kind of done right now
Yeah.
with Star Wars.
I feel it's
Like,
going,
it's just been like,
I feel like it's going too far.
well, it's just like they're trying. It's so I think what they're doing makes sense, but I think
mean,
it's
yeah.
so obvious that they're trying to copy the Marvel formula of a bunch of different TV shows and short series that all interconnect to form a larger universe. Yada, like characters showing up in other characters' TV
Yeah,
shows.
I
Like,
mean,
it's so obvious that they're trying to take what Marvel did and just copy paste it onto Star Wars. And because it's so obvious, it's not working for me.
You know
and
the
I don't
irony
like
in
it.
the irony in the story is that Marvel and Star Wars are both owned by Disney.
Yes, and then that even like I think because I can see through that corporate facade, like because
Yeah.
I know like you're only doing this because you want to copy what Marvel and it's no because they fucking got Kevin Feige onto to do stuff with Star Wars. Kevin Feige is the guy who was doing Marvel stuff that was like the head honcho of like Kevin Feige mapped out the entire MCU before they like made a single movie. Like Kevin Feige is the mastermind behind the MCU.
Okay.
So they brought Kevin Feige in to work with Dave Filoni, and Dave Filoni's creator of Clone Wars and a lot of the animated TV shows that Star Wars was doing. Dave Filoni was set to pretty much take over from George Lucas, honestly, under Disney. Like he deserves it too. Dave Filoni is an amazing I think handing off Star Wars to Dave Filoni makes perfect sense. He's great for it.
I mean, yeah, of course.
They got Dave Filoni to work with. I feel like
Dave Filoni is like the #1 Star Wars fan. The guy cares so much about the story.
Well, he understands it, and I think that's what's important. Is there's the one interview of him explaining how like the duel between Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn means so much more because it's the duel of the fate of Anakin, and there's a lot of and there's a lot of videos you can find of him talking about how Star Wars is actually about family and all the talks he's had with George about what Star Wars really means and all like the heart of Star Wars. Like Dave Filoni gets it, and that's very rare. But to then hear them so obviously be like, oh, we're bringing Kevin Feige into Star Wars. It's like, okay, you're trying to recreate the Marvel magic with Star Wars, and I just don't think it's gonna work. Book of Boba Fett. My thing with and I'll get into why is Etta done with Star Wars? Here's the thing. I'm biased, right? I love Clone Wars. I think the 2008 Clone Wars animated TV series is some of the best Star Wars content period of all time. I think my personal opinion, and this, this is definitely going to be quite controversial, but I think the last 4 episodes of season 7 of Star Wars Clone Wars is probably the best Star Wars content that's been put to screen, except maybe episode 5, maybe. But even then, I think I would put it above.
I'm gonna stop you right there and say episode 6 is much better than 5.
Episode 6 was meh for me.
I love
episode 4 is way more boring than you all realize. Everyone, I want you all right now, if you're listening to this podcast, go back and rewatch Star Wars episode 4. It's way more boring than you think. It's not uninteresting.
It's a
slow movie. It is interesting. It's a good build-up. It is a good movie, especially as a Star Wars fan. Like, it's Star Wars, obviously. You love Star Wars, so you're always going to fucking greedily eat whatever they give you.
I can watch episode 4 on fucking repeat.
Compared to, like, everything else that you have for Star Wars, episode 4 is pretty boring, like, to be honest. And episode 6 was, like, good.
Oh, I love
episode 5 is the best.
The fight between Vader and fucking Luke at the end is just perfect to me.
I think the duel between Luke and Vader on Bespin was way better.
You mean
in
Bespin?
My opinion? I think that's on Bespin. Yeah, I think that's the best. I think that's the best lightsaber duel. Yeah, Cloud City.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the best lightsaber duel that's been put on screen.
I just for the music of Vader against Luke at the end of episode 6 makes the fight so much better. The build up to the end, perhaps she will, and he just screams no and starts fucking going at it, even tapping into the dark side, which is a big theme of Star Wars.
Yeah,
it's just so.
God, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on there. But so moving on to that is that now they're trying to do all this shit with Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, the new Ahsoka show's coming out. I'll be honest, even as a huge Clone Wars fan, I haven't even watched Bad Batch because honestly, I'm not really interested in it. I don't know. The Bad Batch
just seems like an unnecessary extension.
Even though it takes place during the same.
Well,
it takes place during my favorite era of Star Wars,
Order 66,
which is right after Order 66. My favorite era of Star Wars is like immediately after the collapse of the Republic, where you have Darth Vader and you have Darth Sidious, and they're the Empire now. Like, they call themselves the Empire, but they're still using clones. They're still using Venators. They're still like trying to bring order to the chaos of this government transition, and country or planets are revolting and they're having to stifle rebellions. Like Vader going on that 2-year period. Basically, anything that's covered in the Vader comics, essentially. The Vader comic series, like that 2-year period where Darth Vader is just straight like getting the 501st as clones and just hunting down the surviving Jedi. That era is my favorite and most interesting era of Star Wars to me. And Bad Batch takes place during that, which is great. Rebels got kind of close to that, but Rebels took place after because they had stormtroopers at the time. But no, that's my favorite era of Star Wars. So for all intents and purposes, I should love Bad Batch, but I just am not. I don't know why I'm not interested in it. I have no interest to watch it. Mandalorian was good, but season 2 was honestly not great at all. Season 2 was so repetitive and it was such like fetch quests. Nah. And then they said Book of Boba Fett, and it's like, okay, you have a Mandalorian who's walking around, a guy in Mandalorian armor who's walking around in the desert doing bounties. Why did they do Book of Boba Fett when they already have the Mandalorian? It's the same fucking show, just with 2 different characters. Like, I don't give a fuck. Ahsoka, honestly, I think Ahsoka's arc was perfect at the end of Clone Wars. I don't want to see her drug back into this. Her cameo in Mandalorian was great. I thought that was cool. It was good to see her in live action. Good to know canonically that she's still kicking. I thought she was fine in Rebels, even though I think I have a couple choice words for her portrayal in Rebels. But I do not want to see an entire show dedicated to her, especially post-Empire her. I think she has no reason to get spotlight during that era of her life. And I see 0 point in the Ahsoka show, and I don't want it. I think it'll ruin her character. And then anything else, like, there's just nothing they're doing right now that's giving me any interest. The only reason I'm interested in an Obi-Wan show is because I want to see Vader again. I just want to see Vader. I just want to fucking see Darth Vader. Give me a fucking Darth Vader show.
I feel like you got pretty emotional there. I think
I did.
You
just
did,
give me
honestly.
a fucking Darth Vader show.
I think.
I'm sorry.
If you keep talking so much, you'll exhaust yourself.
Yeah,
and
I'm just gonna clap.
I'm sorry.
Big Fish with me, please.
So basically, to sum up the story, even as a huge Star Wars fan, I'm kind of fucking done with Star Wars. Like, I kind of
I
don't give a
mean,
fuck anymore.
yeah, that's fair enough, honestly.
But anyway,
Yeah.
that's
Anyways.
the rant you probably wanted me to go on when you were asking me to talk about this. Literally, immediately in the Discord, he was like, "You're going to talk about this on the podcast, aren't you?" And I'm like, "I don't know. If you bring it up, maybe." And
Of course, I would.
we've been
bring
hinting
it up.
at it for the past like 20 minutes. So there you go. That was it.
All
I'm
right.
done with Star Wars.
So
There you
Felix,
go.
I feel like you wanted to get sidetracked into another subject, though.
Felix,
I
what did
gotta
you think
admit,
about the
just-
Darth Vader show that doesn't exist but really should?
Yeah, and it just as somebody who enjoys like planes and helicopters, that's kind of my passion and machines. So while you're talking about Star Wars, you're so emotional that you just remind me about all the I think wonderful vehicles in the show, and I'm just thinking like, oh yeah, the Imperial Space Cruiser. That was a
Oh yeah,
good
there's some
thing, and
badass
you're like,
ships.
Oh
What's
no,
your favorite
I
Star?
really
Oh,
like
okay.
your designs.
We can
Just
get a good we can get a good thing going then here. What's your favorite Star Wars ship?
I'm not gonna say. Well, does it count as a ship? My favorite Star Wars vehicle.
If it flies.
It's in Episode 3, the small fighters that Obi-Wan and Anakin are flying in at the start.
Yeah, yeah.
With the deploying
actually,
wings.
you know what?
The deploying.
Yeah,
oh
you
my-
actually know what they're called?
No,
They're called ETAs.
Oh, you're
They're literally called ETAs. Yeah.
You're
think-
really
I
proud
think
of
they're
that.
called-
You're really proud of that, aren't you?
Star Wars.
You really are.
I think they're called Star Wars Ep.2s. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they literally are. They're called Ep.2. The Ep.2 Jedi Starfighter. So yeah.
They look so. I have a Lego kit.
Thank you
of
very
that
much.
thing,
I'm very cool.
and like, God, was it fucking awesome! I just love
Yeah,
the
dude.
deploying wings and everything.
My
I
brother had
personally-
a. My brother
Since the
had a little
question was
version of
aimed at
Anakin's.
me, and Paul just hijacked the question, like,
Yeah, that was pretty
piece of
uncool,
shit.
Paul. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, honestly,
Uncool, bro. Uncool.
That's the first time I've ever called you Paul.
LAATs, the Republic
Oh.
gunships.
Oh
Those are
yeah,
my favorite.
Those are all actually. Those
You
are
mean
really
you mean
cool.
paper clips? Because they look like fucking paper clips.
They do kind of look like the paper clip. Yeah, that's actually. Yeah, you're actually so right. That's funny.
I used to play with these. Like, it's
Oh,
my
that makes
small
so much
gunship.
sense.
It's my small
Oh, here we
gunship,
go.
and I played
And
with.
second, like, Imperial Star Destroyer.
Yeah, like that,
Normie
right?
option.
You mean
Oh
you-
my god, that's even better.
Yeah, isn't that kind of weird? Isn't that
No,
kind of funny?
no, it's awful. Take it out of my face. So,
No.
since he just pulled out, I don't know why he has this, but out of his pocket, he has a pristine photo of just Mi-35 Heinz.
It's actually an Mi-24P.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, it's 24. And shut up, he's going insane in the corner. And it's disguised as just an LAAT. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's it's a rush. I've posted in the for audio listeners, love you to death. I've just posted in the Discord chat an image of an MI, a Russian helicopter, a Russian gunship with painted like an LAAT. It's got like the red.
I mean,
cockpit,
they kind of have the
orange
same
nose
role.
piece
I was
and
so
everything.
this,
Yeah, I think that's why they did it. I think that's why this
They
art
have the
exists.
exact same
just-
role, and they're very. I wouldn't even be surprised if the gunship was based on the Hind, because
Probably.
they look like each other.
The sound effects are so good for those things too.
Yeah.
The LAATs, they sound so cool.
Yeah,
and just the position of the rocket launchers and the way they're kind of like chain loaded. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. No, I
just
know
think
exactly what you're
that's
talking about.
so cool.
Trust me, as someone who in my Star Wars roleplay
seem to
days,
know
I
Star
always
Wars a
play.
bit.
In my Star Wars roleplay days in Gary's mod, I was playing. Shut up, Nomad. It's cool, okay? People look up to me. for this
I
reason.
used to do Omegle roleplay too, but that was another story.
I was always.
Okay.
Uh-oh. I don't want to know about what roleplay you were doing.
Am I
Nomad.
right, Am I right, Felix?
He was doing a. Oh yeah, we were doing it together. We were doing this thing called. I'm trying to like do a funny with this, but I can't because this is just cursed.
Oh, whoa. Hold on.
But still, LAATs best vehicle in Star Wars.
Yeah. No, yeah, when I was in Star Wars roleplay servers, I was always an engineer. I'd always sign up for whatever like engineer core, like whatever version they had of it. So I was always doing like mechanic roleplay on like LAATs and stuff. And so I had like we would have like our COs and stuff would post like those diagrams you can find in like Star Wars like books and stuff, like those illustrations of like the cutouts of like Star Wars vehicles. And so like I had to study those religiously.
He's getting
Especially
emotional
the
again. He's getting
LAAT.
emotional again.
I'm sorry, I'll back off. Okay, well, then to cap that off, my favorite Star Wars ship, easily, honestly, it actually the LAAT is pretty fucking cool, but I would say
It's so cool.
the Venator class Star
Really?
Destroyer. Yeah.
Star Destroyer is just fucking giant Doritos to me.
But the Venator is different because it's got like the extra bits on the side. It's got like the extra divots in on the side.
don't
But
know, I
dude,
just-
Venators look so cool.
I just
I
like
think it looks
vendors are
cool, but I'd
hot.
say just the normal
yeah,
Imperial
the
Star.
normal Imperial,
I
yeah.
prefer the
No,
normal,
these things
but
look way cooler than the normal Imperial Star Destroyer.
eh,
And I
don't
like these
get me
ones
wrong,
too
they look
because they're
cool.
unique. I like these ones
Yeah,
too
they are
because they're carriers. They're not battleships or whatever. Like a regular Star Destroyer focuses on firepower and only carries like 2 squadrons of TIE fighters. But a Venator class Star Destroyer it's not quite as well armed as a regular Star Destroyer, but
I mean, that's the point of
it's a
carrier, isn't
carrier.
it?
It's literally a carrier. It carries a huge number of starfighters, an insane number of starfighters. It's very
Yeah.
much, and even so, like the Venator it's technically a Star Destroyer by name, but it's a carrier. It's basically an aircraft carrier in terms of like its role in the fleet. The Republic fleet was actually
somebody-
pretty garbage compared to
I
the
think you're
CIS
converting me.
fleet. Dude,
like-
there's tons of like naval like warfare and air warfare. Like there's tons of like warfare niche to dive into. with Star
Honestly,
Wars. Like, you don't
hey,
have to give a
guys,
fuck about the
Okay,
plot.
Venator's
gonna get-
second best ship.
we're gonna get very political here, and I mean extremely political. Are you guys ready?
Oh.
Okay, I'm Bloody.
Okay, I'm ready
Okay.
now.
X-wing or Tie Fighter?
X-wing.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
TIE
that
fighters
was
are fucking
political.
ugly. TIE fighters
Oh,
are ugly,
that
dude.
was
TIE
so
fighters
tenseful.
are ugly. The
Yeah, honestly,
only-
Tie Fighters. Also, I learned in the lore, Tie Fighters are made extremely cheaply. They're
Yes,
made
yes,
just for
they are.
numbers.
They are. Yes.
Compared to the much higher quality X-wing.
Yes, that was the benefit that the rebels had over the Empire had these big hunkin' Star Destroyers, and like
Yeah.
they had much more firepower in their carriers, which is why the Mon Calamari ships having such good shields was a really big deal.
Yeah.
But what the rebels definitely excelled in by far was their use of superior. I don't want to say the small arms, but in
Space
aircraft,
fighters, space fighters.
fighters, bombers, the
Yeah,
smaller
yeah,
aircraft,
yeah.
the one, the one,
space
two,
fighters.
the 1 or 2 man, like the every
You mean
single
like
like
close air support? Or
No, it's
kind of,
not.
just-
No,
just-
no, it's not close air support. Close air support would be the
stuff
Y
that
wing and
wasn't-
the A wing.
stuff, anything that wasn't like a frigate or a carrier
Yeah.
Air
or
supremacy.
like a gunship or whatever, like or actual gunships, yes, but like anything that was manned by like 1 or 2 people, right? Like
Yeah,
an
I
X-wing,
mean
a
a space
Y-wing,
fighter, a space fighter or something.
a space fighter, yeah, or the
Essentially.
U-wing, which was their version of like the LAAT, the U-wing,
Yeah.
which is like a gunship. Like the rebels had much superior fighters, bombers.
They also look much better. Like I
gunships.
love the look
They
of
do.
the A wing. The A wing
I
looks
love-
so cool.
I love the fact that the Y-wings are just like stripped down versions of the Clone Wars ones. It just gives it such like a rebellion, like thrown together vibe, like recycling old stuff. One of my
And-
favorite things in anything ever, Star Wars or otherwise, is like the idea of taking like a legacy item and modernizing it and like trying to like scrap it together to
Ca-
compete with the new stuff.
You mean kind of like in the new Star Wars with the new X-wings, which have like thinner wings and everything.
I mean, kind of. Those ones just look almost identical to like the X-wings that you would have found.
They have some pretty major
in-
changes. The wings are much thinner. The wings are much thinner.
Okay, no,
The wings are
you,
much
you've
thinner.
got me. Okay, no, you're right. You're right. How foolish of me to forget. No, I don't know. I just love. There's a mod. There's a fantastic strategy game called Star Wars Empire at War, and there's an amazing mod for that game, which is already amazing. There's an amazing mod for that game called the Awakening of the Rebellion mod. And that mod is all of its focuses on the Galactic Empire / Rebel era, but it includes a bunch of stuff transitioned from Clone Wars. And one of them is General Kota, who was in the Force Unleashed games, if I'm not mistaken. And his unit in the game is an old modernized Venator. So it's a
Okay.
Venator that has like extra guns placed on it, and like it's got a reduced fighter capacity, but it has bigger guns. It still has terrible shields, much like a regular Venator. Venators didn't have very good shields, by the way, but its hull is super tough. So they upgraded the armor on it and they upgraded the guns on it. And it can carry less fighters, but like it's an upgraded, it's a modernized, upgraded, like scrounged together to compete with an Imperial Star Destroyer. Venator. And like that's my favorite unit in the game by far. And also it's voiced by Captain Shack, XP Gamers. You can find him on YouTube. I got to meet him when I played Foxhole one day. It was super cool. Very cool guy. And he did voice acting for that unit
All right.
too. So it's my favorite unit
I'd
in the
like
game. It's
to.
cool.
I would like to apologize to all viewers for expanding any Star Wars talk to 45 minutes now.
40 minutes. We're hitting 40 minutes.
This
now.
episode is just going to be called Star Wars. This episode is just going to be called
I
The
have
One
a
About
title.
Star Wars.
I
Or
have
we
a
could
title.
just expand it and a bit and talk about other things.
No, you're right. No,
you
of
go
course.
for it. We need to be side. We haven't been.
Does
really
anybody have any
sidetracked.
ideas?
We
Does
have
anybody
not
have an
been
idea? We haven't been getting
Holy
sidetracked
shit.
enough. What else can we talk
I
about?
mean, we kind of
The
got
show is
sidetracked.
ruined.
We kind of got sidetracked, but still in the Star Wars meta.
Yes. What is
That
okay?
sounds
Okay,
like a
okay,
goat,
wait.
honestly.
Hold on, no. We can I can link this, all right? Linking sort of to Star Wars, right? We all want to be like a Jedi, right? That would be awesome.
Okay, no.
What is
Rebels are Imperial.
No, I'm
He
trying to
was
move away.
talking,
I'm
what
trying
the
to
fuck?
I'm trying to do a transition. I'm trying to get us off track. I'm trying to sidetrack us right now, okay? Give me 2
Okay.
seconds, right?
Okay.
Because I'm
Rebels
using the
are
Discord.
Imperials.
No. First of all, Empire, but secondly, what is a heroic / power trip fantasy that you've had? It can be about
I
anything
mean,
in life.
can we just be real for 5 seconds? We've all been sitting there in class, daydreaming about saving like the entire school from a school shooter.
Yes.
Everybody has done it.
actually. Well,
No.
No.
You wanna-
You've-
no,
You were
it's
never
really-
like
I
in
was
your
just
yes.
kind of hoping it wouldn't happen in the first place.
yes. Just begging. Well, I have to worry about it much more than you guys did because I live in America.
Yeah.
So if anybody, it would have been me. But actually, no, I wasn't dreaming about a school shooter.
Well,
I was dreaming that the Covenant from Halo would invade Earth and come to our school, and I would have to be the guy to pick up the energy sword and fight them off, and I would become Master Chief. So that was my
That's not a
power
power.
trip fantasy. Yeah, that's what it was.
I know, but like I
And
was
that
just I was just daydreaming. I was on my desk, doing nothing, and then I see my scissors, and it was like,
What if there was a school shooter?
yeah,
Eh?
what is
I
it?
wish I
I
could-
could,
You do think?
I could
you do
use
think
these
about that.
scissors to like stab him in the leg and take his
Yeah.
gun, empty it, and destroy the gun with like.
What's your problem?
Yeah,
Ow,
there
I
was-
have
you
fucking
think about this during
ADHD,
math?
bro. I have ADHD,
I
man.
have it too.
You
And,
can't blame me for my bloodlust. I have ADHD. Officer, you can't blame me. I was simply passing the time by imagining how I could
Acquitted of
slit a
all
man's throat
charges.
with a pair of scissors. You can't blame me, officer.
No, I mean I understand. that, though. Like, I kinda get that.
I'm not drunk, Ossifer.
You're not
Honestly-
officer drunk. I'm not officer drunk. What seems to be
What
the
seems
officer
to be the
problem?
officer problem.
Yeah. Get at it, get at it. No, definitely though, like with the school shooter thing, there was definitely, I guess there was. I don't know how much you guys know about the American education system and how it deals with school shootings, but there is, you have like fire drills, earthquake drills, tornado drills. We have school shooter drills in American schools. That is a real, like it happens like every month or two. Like we actually, that's real. We do it. But there was a change. There was a change in the methodology. When I was in elementary school, and I think they changed it. Yeah, I was in high school. So when I was in elementary school and middle school, the drill was always, in the event of a school shooter, you turn off the lights in the classroom, you
Okay.
hang like a poster or something in front of the window
Yeah,
that's
we
in the
did
door
that too.
so they can't
we did
see,
that too.
and then you would, oh, okay, I didn't know that you guys had those drills as well.
We
I've
never
done this.
we've never had a drill, but we knew the
Oh.
procedure.
Okay,
Like,
no,
you
no, we
put
didn't
all
have
the
drills, we
decks-
would practice it.
You put all the desks in front of the door to create a barricade, and then
We didn't
everybody
do that.
gets in a corner.
Yes. So that was, we didn't talk about like putting desks or anything in front of the doors, but yeah, it was turn off the lights, drape something over the window, and everyone huddle in the corner. That's what it was. And
Okay.
then give or take 2016, 2017, I think, because I was a freshman in high school at this time. They changed it to the drill is now, still actually I don't even think they cared about turning off the lights anymore or anything. The drill is barricade the door with desks and everything, and then find weapons. Like they
Really?
encouraged you. They said find scissors, find screwdrivers.
That's
There was one kid.
such a bad idea.
There was one
That
kid
is
who was feeling
such a bad idea.
we were in history class during the drill, and there was one kid who took a bunch of textbooks and stuffed them in his backpack, and then wore his backpack backwards so it covered his chest like as a bulletproof vest. But yeah, kids, and there were teachers who brought baseball bats and stuff into school and hid them under the desk, and was like during the drill, it was like, all right, like if anything happens, like kids, I have a baseball bat, and whoever wants, like I had one teacher who would offer, be like, who wants to get the baseball bat in case a school shooter comes in? And it was the kind of thing where like we all
This
we all
this
knew
kind
it
of
would
fucked
never
up.
we
This
all
is
knew it would never
what?
actually happen, so
That's
we
a
were able to joke about it. But like that is like the school encouraged you to said, please, like find staplers, find scissors, find
that's a
something.
fucking dystopia. Holy
They
shit.
said if a school shooter comes in, step one is like yell, scream something at him, throw something at him, anything, throw anything at him to deter him. Because if you and I assume they assume it's a him because
Yeah.
women have never shot up a school. But anyway, no, yeah, the drill was like, yeah, throw something or yell, scream. If you really have to, charge him and like disorient him at the very least. Like do everything. Like if he opens that door, the whole class go fucking ham on his bitch ass. Like at the very
That's
least, get the gun away from him. That we were
that's
encouraged
the
now from that
best
point
way
forward
to get
fight.
someone killed. I feel like this
I
is
don't
just
know,
the
man. The
best
kids to
way.
sit in a fucking corner.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. If here's the thing,
like
if you're a
if
school
you
shooter,
fight
you don't
back,
expect the kids to fight back. You expect to break into a classroom and then you expect them to sit there in a corner and shoot. So when you
I
break
don't
into that
know.
classroom and then people are throwing things at you, yelling, screaming, charging at you,
And the guy just
like
pulls the
you
trigger.
get, but I feel like you would be disoriented in that moment. You'd be like, "Whoa, wait, what?" Like even that split second to like for the guy to regain his bearings can be life saving. Seriously,
don't
it
know,
doesn't
man.
take long to throw something at somebody. And
Sh-
once you've done that, he might lose his aim
It's,
depending on where you hit
it's
him and
so
what you hit him
fucking
with.
weird. It just feels so
We loved
fucking
it. We
weird.
were
I've
very
literally
excited by
never
it. We were like,
seen-
"Hell yeah!"
I've never been presented with a school shooter video how to, like Paul, or I've never like Nomad. I mean, and
Yeah, you can call me
no,
Paul.
this is just dystopian to me.
It's
The idea
No, to
that
us,
this could-
we liked it because we thought
mean-
as students, we also thought it was a much better. Like even back in the day when we would huddle in the corner, like we would
I mean,
talk to each
yeah,
other, and be
of
like,
course.
"Why are we doing this? Like if a kid
Of
breaks in, he's just
course.
gonna mow us all down." So from our perspective, we loved it. We were like, finally, like we would get a chance to fight back. Like
Of course, as
loved
a
it.
kid, you'd find it cool because it's me fighting against evil and everything, like
yeah,
a Jedi.
it's literally that power trip fantasy come
It's-
true. Like
it's-
it's
but,
literally
like-
like I finally get to be the guy who gets to stop
Yeah,
the
but
school
like,
shooter.
fuck's sake.
Well,
I
of
don't
course-
know.
okay, okay.
If you get to that point, there's much worse problems than this. If you need to
Yes.
like, if kids need to learn how to fight a school shooter,
Well, I mean, they're not fucking teaching you like combat tactics. They're
No,
just
I know,
saying
but-
like, and then this is also like,
Imagine,
it's
though.
you have to imagine that this is they're teaching you.
I
how to
mean,
fucking,
I
like,
mean,
disarm-
certain
they're teaching you the
schools,
fucking
This is how you
the-
neck
the-
snap.
the
certain schools
Detroit
in the
urban
south,
survival tactics, dude.
certain schools in the south actually show certain kids how to sharpshoot and how to the use of guns.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen pictures of
I don't know
kids
about that.
in a
That sounds
gymnasium.
crazy.
Kids in a fucking gymnasium with not airsoft guns, BB guns,
Yeah.
learning how to fire them in a school. How the
Mm. Yeah.
how do you get to that point?
I mean, that
It's-
depends on what they're doing it for.
Oh,
Because
they're doing
I'm,
it for
like-
defense. It's completely
like
for defense.
they're teaching the kids that like if you have to pick up a gun and defend yourself. I mean, fuck man, it's the South. They do what they want.
This whole
bro.
thing just feels like a whole rabbit hole so deep we'll never get out of it. It feels
No,
like the
we'll never get
Backrooms.
sidetracked. We'll always go. Well, yeah, this is the back rooms, dude. We're down here forever now. But no, I
I've
mean, yeah,
been
that was, and of
chowing
course,
down
like,
videos of the Backrooms for like a whole like 2 days, maybe 3.
oh, dude, those creepy pastas. There was a really good GTA 5 like video. Have you guys ever heard of Evan Royalty? Do you guys know about that YouTube channel?
Not really.
He's so good. He's a great filmmaker. If you guys are into any of the like SCP type stuff,
Yeah.
he's made really really awesome SCP short films. He started out making like video game cinematics, like with GTA and stuff.
Oh, is it?
It's- they're so good.
Isn't it the one who like 2D animated something?
No, no,
I've
no.
seen some SCP's videos that weren't that bad about like the Nazi bell and everything, and it was 2D
No.
animated. It was pretty alright.
No, they're not 2D animated. They're he made a couple of live action ones at this
Okay.
point now. I think he's made 2, which are also awesome. But
Yeah.
he's done a bunch of he kind of started out doing he would take like he would use like the GTA 5 like filmmaker, and
Oh,
he would
okay.
bring in like a bunch of kids. He would bring a bunch of his friends, and they would all like act out this like this movie essentially in
Yeah,
like
yeah.
GTA. And I had no idea. Like the first one that I watched, I didn't know it was GTA until like 15 minutes in. Like I didn't realize like they're that good. He's got a bunch of them, and he made one on the Backrooms. This was the first video that I ever saw relating to the Backrooms. I didn't know what the fuck they were until I saw this video.
But what is the back
But
rooms?
they're really good.
Oh man, it's a whole rabbit hole. But
That's awesome.
I
I'm gonna
think
put
it's
I'm gonna put a link in the chat so when this is over, you guys can watch this because
Yeah.
like he is a very talented.
But yeah,
filmmaker.
Big Fish, like.
But the Backrooms eventually, it's a bit weird because it involves no clipping out of reality into a set of rooms which are, liminal spaces, right?
Liminal
Mhm.
spaces?
Liminal.
No clue.
It's described as like a room that's empty that brings nostalgia, kind of,
Okay.
and it's eerie and it's creepy at the same time. It's a
But
really rough
it's somehow
description that I'm doing.
familiar. Like you've never been there, but it somehow like
Oh,
evokes something in
familiar.
you. It's
Okay.
like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
And
Yeah, I
then,
like a
yeah,
sensation of deja vu.
deja
yeah.
vu,
Even
but
though
the whole
like you
place
know for
is
a fact
empty,
you've never been
decrepit.
there.
It's like
Yeah.
humanity's been forgotten and it's just kind of there.
Okay. Yeah.
But
yeah.
the
Yeah.
Backrooms, imagine a bunch of like the first level of the Backrooms. Imagine a bunch of just corridors of an empty office building. Some rooms don't even make sense. And what happens is if you no clip out of reality, you fall into the back rooms, which are just an empty maze filled with
Okay.
monsters.
So you basically have to
There's some
stay
decent.
in you need to stay sane in order to like survive. Is what you're telling me.
You don't really survive. You just.
Well,
I don't think anybody's survived the back rooms.
You can escape because there's levels to it. It's a really weird thing. It's a creepypasta, right? It all starts as like internet legend that just become like people build on it and it becomes
Yeah.
this huge thing. And also, and
Well,
all the
there's
listeners
this
love you
guy,
to death.
Kane Pixels, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
he's the
sure
guy
how
who
it started, but
started doing videos.
yeah,
And it's this kid doing a movie, then he no clips, falls into the back rooms, and he gets
oh
caught
yeah,
by
I've
the
seen that one.
monster.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's VOG one. It's not VOG, but the one that started. It's the most popular one, and he gets caught by the monster, and his camera falls back to the real world, and that's how you find the found footage.
yeah. That's what if audio listeners love you to death, but Nomad for reference, all I've just posted a bunch of pictures of
Yeah.
liminal spaces. Like you get like this like eerie, like familiar, but like
Did you get
they're
him an
just
actual
very
picture of the back rooms?
unsettling. Yeah, that picture down
Oh,
there at the
okay,
very
okay,
bottom,
okay.
that
Yeah,
very
yeah.
like that
Okay,
very
the
like yellow.
bottommost one.
The bottom
So
one, that's
basically, like an
actually what
office,
the back rooms.
basically like an office building that's completely empty.
I mean, kind
Yeah.
of like yeah, it's very weird. It's
Most
like
rooms
it's a
just
very
don't make
weird
sense. It's kind of like a
place.
maze.
Yeah. It's like a maze. It's just a very weird, and there's like the constant buzzing of like fluorescent
Yeah.
lights, that like bzzz, like
Kind of like
it's
in
just a
Five Nights at
very like
Freddy's.
unsettling. Yeah, kind
Oh
of.
my
I think
God.
I think Five Nights at Freddy's does definitely fit like the liminal, like that liminal fear, because it's like a kid's pizzeria that's like, it's got that lighting, it's got that vibe. I think that's one of the reasons why the first FNAF was probably the scariest, is because the first FNAF was liminal, and the rest of them weren't really that liminal.
Alright,
I think
alright.
FNAF definitely fits that vibe. But anyway, yeah. So there's like it's a creepy pasta, so it has to have like a story to it, right? But the idea is that every now and then, like it can happen to anyone, and it can happen at any point randomly, where you'll just fucking like literally you'll just no clip through the floor like out of nowhere and just fall into the back rooms. These
Okay.
yellow office area with the fluorescent lights, and it's
Alright.
just like an infinite maze of like infinite turns and infinite like there's no direction. It's completely empty. It's all fluorescent lights, and you just wander like for a very long time. And there is like I watched a video on it a long time ago, and I forgot how it works. But there are different levels to it. Like there's like level 2, level 3, level 4,
You can
and
find
all of
like
them are
places that.
based.
Yeah, you can find like access points to different levels and stuff.
Yeah,
There's places.
all of them are based. I think from the way I heard the creepypasta described, and audio listeners love you to death. Feel free to correct me in the comments of the next video, or of this video, I guess. But from what I remember of the lore of the creepypasta, it's that like it's supposed to represent like lessons you're supposed to learn about life. So like you'll wander these halls forever, and then like until you've come to term with some kind of demon within yourself, that's when you stumble
That
upon the
I
entrance
haven't
to
heard of.
Oh, you know what it
level. Like
reminds me
that's how
of?
you go to the next level, is like you figure something out about yourself, and then the idea is that you come out the other end as like a completely changed person,
Okay,
and you're like
you
your
know what it
life
reminds
is
me
good
of?
after that, or something like that.
You know what it reminds me of? I don't. I feel like I'm missing the name. It's a movie about teenagers going into the Paris catacombs, and they realize it's the 9 levels of hell. Is it 9 levels?
Was that a horror? That was a
Probably
horror
Yeah,
like
that-
movie that
something
came out,
Dante's
right?
if it's
Yeah,
the nine
Dante.
levels.
It's Dante's Hell or something like that. But I feel like I think
Dante's
that,
Inferno.
yeah.
Yeah, most likely.
It's I feel like the name. I think the name is
I
down
don't know
under.
what Dante's
I think
Inferno
it's
is,
down
but-
under the.
That's a funny name.
Yeah, I know because it
The
reminds.
idea that it's in France does make sense, honestly. Fuck France.
Oh wait, give me a second.
It's bunch of Australians, mate. Bunch of fucking
Anyway.
Australians going in there and say, yeah, man.
So yeah, and like
Yeah, Bob.
the kids go in the catacombs, and they have like, obviously they have past things that they never got over. Over, like I think one of them has a dead brother who burnt in his car while he was there, and he couldn't save it and everything. So basically, they have to face their worst memories and their worst sins in order to get out of there. And I think at the end, only one
Mm.
gets out after the 9 pits of hell.
Oh wow,
And
those kind of
I-
movies always interest me.
yeah,
Like the idea
I'm
of like
not-
having to face some sort of challenge to overcome like a piece of yourself.
I mean,
I've never really seen the Backrooms as a challenge place. I really thought it was just despair.
No, it definitely is. Like I actually think that it definitely kind of takes away from it when you try to explain it. I think a lot of SCPs or well, SCPs to a degree, but I think a lot of creepypastas fall apart when that happens. When people try to give it like a story or like an end goal or
Yeah.
like an end condition or like whatever. Like I think it is, especially as someone like myself who is, I very much love and I fall for like bittersweet stories or stories with like that denial of satisfaction almost of the
yeah.
ending of a story. I kind of love that shit. And so like yeah, the idea of the Backrooms literally just being like a
You like being
luck of the
blue-balled?
draw. No.
No.
Please no, Matt. Please, we don't say that out loud on the podcast. Just what comes out later. Whoa, sorry, I just had a stroke. Sorry, I got blue balls and I just like I froze for a minute. No, yeah, I like the idea better that the Backrooms is the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, like you have a fucking complete random chance to just out of nowhere, no clip through the world, and you're fucked. That's it. Like, and just out of pure luck of the draw, you're fucked, and you're doomed to wander the
You're
Backrooms
just like
forever.
sucked into the void and nothing.
Yeah,
Because
and like
we
there's,
haven't
there's nothing you
mentioned
could have
a
done to
big part
prevent
of
it, and there's
Backrooms
nothing you can
yet.
do to stop it.
We
I like
haven't
that.
talked about a big part, which is the monsters as well, the creatures.
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
there
there's
are creatures that
creatures?
wander the Backrooms. Yeah, I think it
There's
depends on which version.
the
of
only one I
it you
know-
believe, but yeah.
The only one I know wanders in level 1, which is the office, and he's called Six Arms or something.
That's a stupid name for a creature.
I know, right? I think he's got 6 arms or something. And
Slenderman.
And
Oh,
I'm making my
triumphant comeback.
Talking about-
Oh god, it's Slenderman.
talking about stupid, it is now time to end this stupid podcast.
no, absolutely
Wait,
not.
really?
We're keep,
What?
we're no, we're,
It,
Hold
We're
on,
keeping
we're in the
on.
middle of something great
I
here, though, man.
refuse.
it's been
Hold on a
57 minutes.
Shut up!
That's not an hour. There's 3
I
minutes left.
literally do not care about time.
We're gonna revolt
We're in the
against
back
you.
rooms now. There's no time.
We're in
in
the
the
back
back
rooms.
rooms, time-
Yeah, none of this matters
Time
anymore.
is
We're stuck
frozen
in the back
rooms.
rooms. Big
Jesus.
Fish and I are gonna wander off into the desert away from you because clearly you want to go find
Oh
civilization.
shit, is
and
that
get
meta?
help,
Is
and
that what
that's,
we call
like,
meta?
stupid. No, it's what we call getting the fuck
Is it
away
one
from
of the
you.
back rooms?
Please,
Could-
Big Fish.
imagine-
continue.
It is really possible for a backroom level to be a desert, though. That would be cool.
It would
But-
be pure emptiness.
It's the same
Yeah, that
idea.
monster's
wandering
6
through
arms,
these
like-
empty halls.
You're fucked. 6 arms runs super fast, and he's got like hyper perception or something.
What is this? I didn't just that's something about that sentence. You're fucked, dude. 6 arms is gonna get you.
Sound like a
Like yeah, you sound like a
14-year-old.
fucking- Yeah, listen to him talking about his like favorite.
It's
book.
still
Yeah,
like
talking
I'm
about his
in high
favorite.
school.
It's like 15-year-old
Dude,
me talking about Five
6
Nights
arms
at
is dead.
Freddy's. Oh,
Sure, but
Freddy's
6 arms-
gonna get you!
6 arms is real, guys. This is not a joke, guys. You
Yeah,
can't
I've
talk
no
about
clipped
it
in
like
there
that.
once. You wouldn't know how I no clipped.
Guys,
though. It
I
goes to
came
a
out of the
different
back
school.
rooms.
That's
I
why I
was
have
there.
brain damage.
You don't understand. That's a great song.
But
Wait,
like, yeah, I think the Backrooms is probably one of my favorite SCPs or creepypastas.
Oh yeah, I think it's a
Not
creepypasta. It's not technically an SCP. Even though like at this point they
Yeah.
should be the same thing, right? I feel like they should.
I
be.
mean, the SCP
We
cannot
could
really
just rename the whole
trap.
thing. All right, in this podcast, we're making history by rename it We're gonna combine SCPs and creepypastas and turn it into one thing. Give it a name now.
Cum bags.
No, comebacks
Nah,
is canon. You heard
That
of
was, that was the very first thing.
I elect comebacks.
I literally the best part about that is I literally knew exactly where you were going with that when you first said we've made history, we finally combined SCPs and creepypastas. The second you said that, I was like, he's gonna ask us for a name, and I just came up
Yep.
with comebacks right then and there. I was ready for it.
Explain comeback. Why would we call them?
So
comeback?
it's a bag, right? That you're filling
No.
with what do you mean no? What's not to get?
Yes.
It's a fucking bag.
I have
dude.
a teacher. I have a question.
Am I the only one? Am I the only sane mother? Yes. Nomad, please.
Are
Is-
you?
is there-
are
is-
you the only sane?
He doesn't have the talking stick. Shut up, Nomad.
Fine.
Is there like a
Sorry?
small My Little Pony figurine in the bag?
No.
No, no,
She's
no.
she's in my jar. I'll have you know. She's in
Hey
my jar.
guys, thank you for watching. It's time to end.
If you could get one anime figurine, what would it be? If you had to, gun to your head, someone says you have to get an anime figurine of a character. Who would
Speed
it be?
Racer.
I would
Speed
have.
Racer.
Can it be?
Speed Racer.
It has to be from an
give-
anime. It has to be from an
Can it
anime.
Racer.
can
Speed
it-
Racer's
you
an
can't
anime.
pick-
Speed
You
Racer.
cannot pick John Wick. In case you were curious.
Can it? No. Can it be a vehicle?
No.
No, it has to be a character. It has to be a person.
I'm shotgunning
know.
Speed Racer.
I
Speed
really.
Racer. That actually.
In terms
yeah,
of
I accept that answer, even though I guess it is an anime.
It is an anime.
in terms of anime, I'm a pretty big fan of Initial D. So maybe
Initial
Okay.
D's nuts.
KSK or. And I was thinking maybe getting one of. No, it's old.
Dude, he got you good. Hey, that was good. Hey,
Yeah,
you get an
I'm
extra
done.
bathroom pass for that one, though. Man. That was a good
Yeah.
one. I'll give you an A+ for the class too on that. That was good. And
Yeah,
Big Fish,
honestly,
Big Fish, you
100%.
failed the class. You're done.
I've been destroyed. It's over.
Yeah, your career is. You're not coming back from that. But continue your
Yeah,
thought process. I'm sorry, I
I
sound like
would-
you were on something there.
I'm a big fan of Initial D, so I was asking maybe getting one of the cars from the show, Takumi Fujiwara's 86 or Case
That's just a
Case
Scout
FE.
models. You just get a Scout model.
It's more of a diecast.
No, it's
really,
no,
but-
it's gonna end. Whatever it is. No, the figure doesn't have to exist right now. It is just a vinyl figure or whatever of like
A
an
pop
anime
figure, a
character
fucking
that you
pop
have.
figure.
Gun to your head, you have to have it. And pop figures are different though, aren't they? Because they're like the big ones with the big heads, right?
Yeah, well,
The
they're
bubble
still
heads.
anime
Pop
figures.
Those are
filters
ugly.
are
Yeah, but those
also
are ugly
known
as fuck.
as waste of money.
No,
Yes.
you want a vinyl figure, yes, but you want a vinyl figure that's like correctly proportioned.
Okay, well, Speed
I would
Racer.
want. That's what I would imagine.
Speed
Speed
Racer.
Racer. That's a good.
Fucking Speed
Okay.
Racer. God, he's an asshole.
Canonically, Ace Attorney does have an anime series, so I won't.
God,
think it's
he's an
right.
asshole. I hate that guy.
Uh,
Yeah, Ace Attorney. Oh, you want to get Ace Attorney too?
I want Phoenix Wright. Honestly,
Phoenix Wright would actually be a good pick.
Okay,
like that.
and what about you,
Is it
Hedda?
because you hate him? Oh, you know, I don't really watch anime. I don't really have a.
You fucking
I watched
bitch.
like
You
I
fucking.
don't really
wait.
have.
I hate
Uh,
anime, and
okay,
you
wait.
made me pick one up.
I don't really have. I just got no preference.
pick.
Big, big, big,
I was-
big.
I don't
Big,
know. It's I mean,
big,
geez,
big,
I
big,
wouldn't even know the
big,
characters.
big,
It was,
big,
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 Maho.
Pick
Maho.
Goku from
Maho.
Dragon
That's-
Ball.
Maho Nishizumi. I don't even know who that is. I'm just saying words. I don't care.
And
What?
before it's like
I Maho
I bet
Nishizumi.
she- I bet
don't
she
even
has-
know.
and
I don't
before
know
it's a
what-
questionable.
I have no
movie
clue.
slash-
I don't even know who that is. I just,
Is this for the
What?
comeback or the jar?
you're asking me? What just happened? I fainted. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
blacked out.
I think we had
What
a stroke
happened?
because of the heat and stuff.
Because
Yeah.
of heat, yeah, the heat stroke. It's getting to me, man. That
Can
that
we-
iguana is not sitting right in my stomach.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
there's
still
something
moving,
going
I
on in
think.
there. There's a he's wiggling. Dude. He's wiggling around. I can feel it. He's wiggling around in there, dude. He's angry. He's upset. He's real upset. Oh God, he's
But,
upset.
like-
He's like horrible.
Can we also
Dude,
just?
I can't digest him. I don't know why. It's been
I'm
an
gonna
hour. I can't
keep
get
on
through it.
going with anime and say that the best animated movie of all time is Redline, and I would kind of get a.
What is red light?
Oh, that's a car. That's a racing anime.
It is.
Ow! I hit my
It's-
microphone.
It's.
I've seen it.
so
I've seen it
good.
once on Animators React on the Quarter Digital channel.
Yeah,
Apparently,
I
it's
watched
got
It's on
crazy
Prime Video.
animation.
What would be my favorite animated movie? Holy shit! Like the best one, not the one because the one I like the most is Shrek
Oh
2.
fuck.
To
Yeah,
help
that is a
you,
good question.
yeah, to help you
My
choose.
Shrek 2. It's
Well,
so
okay, are we
good.
limiting ourselves to
Shrek 2 is so fucking good. Seriously.
Wow.
When I was thinking maybe 2D animated, but
Okay, yeah, well, 2D
Shrek,
animated.
yes.
2D animated, 2D
Fuck.
animated, 2D. That's a fuck.
Yeah, that's a fucking good. That's a
Brother
hard.
Bear is.
That's
Oh,
a
I
hard
have my
question.
answer.
Do
It's
you- do you-
Redline.
Brother Bear.
Brother
What an
Bear
answer.
is
That's so cool.
so good.
Oh, that's
It's
so awesome. I'm so happy that you like that movie. I
It's
loved that movie as
a
a
good
kid.
movie.
Bro-
I will give my thumb of approval
you
to
never
that
watched
answer.
Brother Bear.
No, I have no idea what that is.
It's about like Native Americans who are they brothers? Oh, anyway, they
Yeah, yeah, they are.
they're very close to each other, and at one point they get on they start chasing a bear.
They go on a date.
Let's see.
Yeah.
And like
Nice.
they,
Disney
they
was ahead of its time.
they go on a chase against a bear, and the bear ends up killing one of them, and the one of the
No.
other no, is it not what happened?
No, no. The main character kills the bear.
Yeah, well, there's
And-
one of the brothers that dies.
No, he's presumed dead.
No,
Wait.
he's dead. No, he's 100%
I don't
dead,
think he
and
died.
he's
Does he
reincarnated.
die? I thought his soul is just. I thought his soul is transferred. I don't think he dies and is reincarnated.
no,
right?
no. The first brother, the oldest brother,
I'm
dies
literally about to
and
look up
gets
the plot of Brother
his
Bear right now.
soul gets transferred into an eagle, like he becomes an eagle, and the younger brother, the mid brother, he gets his soul
Right.
transferred into a bear, and that's to learn how to respect nature and everything. And
Oh,
like
he has. That's why he has two brothers. That's
yeah,
why.
he has two brothers.
I thought it was just. I thought it because I was thinking the whole time about once he becomes a bear, his in this movie, his other brother, who was the only brother I
Yeah.
was thinking of at the time, like tries to hunt him down
Yeah,
because he
exactly.
thinks he's just a bear. But then like the whole thing is,
Yeah,
dude, what the
and-
fuck? It has a 6.8 on IMDb, a 37% on
Really?
Rotten Tomatoes, and a 48
It's
on Metacritic.
so good.
But yet
When
91%
do
of
you
users
guys
like
care
this
about
movie.
these critics?
I don't, but I'm
I'm
amazed.
surprised.
It is a great movie.
It's such a
one of
beautiful
the few-
movie.
That's one of the few movies that like even as like a 6-year-old kid, I understood the message behind it and understood like what
Yeah,
it
it's
was,
like just
the deeper meaning of it.
respect.
One movie, another movie that's
Yeah,
been
respect
forgotten
nature,
in
dude.
time, but I think y'all will remember that I enjoyed was Balto.
What?
I
Maybe?
don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Balto, oh, it's a spotted dog and stuff, and
Oh,
slays.
I loved one
All
of my
this is
favorite.
awkward,
No, don't worry about it.
but still, I'm gonna shill on Redline again because
Okay,
7
okay.
years hand drawn. The
7
whole
years.
thing's hand drawn. It took 7 years, and
Like-
it's just a pure bliss of action with a somewhat shitty love interest and a garbage story production. Like
Nice.
there's story and it's kind of all right, but like you just care about the cars and stuff. And seriously, the first 10 minutes of Redline, just watch it, and you're not going anywhere. You're
Are
just
you a
gonna
car
watch
guy?
the whole thing.
Are you like in
Welcome,
I
bon gear.
somewhat enjoy cars, but
Somewhat
I don't think
enjoy
I'd
cars.
own a project. I don't think I'd own some kind of project car or something. But
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very weird in that I'm surrounded by car guys. Like I have a bunch of friends who are all like big car guys, but I'm not really a car guy. And
You
I'm
have a
also surrounded by a
BMW.
bunch of
You
friends.
still have a BMW.
Yeah, because I bought it off my dad and I fell in love with the car. Yeah, I like that car because it's fun to drive.
Oh,
but
you're
I'm not
gonna
like
marry it?
I'm not like a
Confirmed.
maybe if no one else will. Look, if we make it out of this desert alive, I have a ring and I might propose, but we don't know if that's to the car or if that's to Maho Nishizumi, whoever she may or may not be, if she even exists.
She's a
I
guy.
don't
You
even know.
already have a fellow
it's
ordered.
complete gibberish. I don't even know what that means. I'm just saying words. It's probably not even
It
Japanese.
actually
It probably doesn't mean
unironically
anything.
sounds like a name.
I have no idea. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah, I have a ring. No, yeah, I'm not a huge car guy, and also I'm surrounded by. I have a lot of friends who are gun people. I mean, a lot. I have a couple, but I'm not really a gun person, even though I own a gun. But whatever. Point being, you would think that as a tank enthusiast, guns and cars would be like the two next best things because a tank is just a car with guns. But I don't know. I
Yeah,
haven't been bitten by the
no,
car or gun bug
not
as I have
really.
the tank bug.
Like,
Well, I know that a tank isn't actually a car with guns, but I think you're just stupid, Nomad, and I think you failed to see the bigger
Ooh,
picture.
got him.
and talking
I
about
think I
stupid,
know, Matt.
I
I
think
think
it's
you're
time
stupid.
to sidetrack back to the
No.
ending.
I think you're
We've
stupid,
said
and I
enough.
think this
No.
podcast has been going downhill since day one. And I said it, and none of you believed me. I said it.
Honestly, I
There,
started
I said
believing it when Paul started talking about his feet. I was like, oh.
Yeah, once Paul started talking about his feet, I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to do this.
While
anymore.
talking about feet, thank you guys
No.
for watching, or more like
We have to
listen.
end this now.
Yeah,
does
it's
that
been
relate
an
to- how
hour,
does that relate
Felix.
to
We need
feet?
to. We said it
Come
would be an
on.
hour. An
No.
I'm
hour.
wait.
confused. I'm confused about the whole feet thing.
Yeah, honestly, me too.
I don't know where that came
But
from.
still.
All right, so
You
we've
did
been
the intro, so you're
sidetracked.
gonna do the outro.
Well, you want to do
I mean,
the
hey,
outro?
we're not in charge.
Do the outro then.
We're not in,
Yeah, do
in
it.
charge anymore.
All right.
Here, Big Fish. We've been cast aside. We
Yeah.
formed an
So,
alliance
yeah.
against
I
Nomad,
have-
and now
we've
Nomad is
ended-
coming back.
We've ended this fever dream. Now we're back to the tank. All three of us standing there. End it. Come on. What are we
That's the
gonna do?
That's the marker for the end of the podcast. Every single time we circle back to tanks, that's when it ends. That's like the definitive. Like,
There's
all
gonna
right,
be
this
like
is
a
the last
podcast
topic
that's
for
gonna
the
last
day.
15 minutes, and
The last 15 minutes is all about tanks, and then we're done. That's it. Yeah.
So,
that makes sense considering our
thank you
predicament.
guys for listening to this fucking disgusting
That
podcast.
was nice. I'm gonna go
Joe
see if there's
O-
more coolant to drink in the tank. See ya.
Go for it, bro. Let me know if you got any left over. Joe O, if I see you in the comments, you fucking slimy bitch, I will come after you. I will
Yeah, Joe.
fucking
Seriously.
I will
Bike rack,
find
2
out
p.m.
where you live and I will fuck you up.
Nice
ever
argument.
say that shit around
Unfortunately,
here again.
162,
I'm gonna
168, 0246.
You don't even know how IP addresses work. You don't
I
even know how
Seriously,
don't.
that's
IP
not even
addresses work.
close.
You literally don't even know. There's no 162 would be my address would not be a 162. That's a class C private. Dickhead.
Oh, sorry,
Ooh.
Mr. IT man.
Yeah. Sorry that I fucking do this.
Seriously,
for a
not
living.
even starting it with 192. Even I know that.
Yeah, exactly. I know. It's either a 192 or I mean, fuck, even a 169 would have like.
Well,
technically worked.
all right. Your IP is 320, 320, 320. Okay, there you go.
That sounds like a subnet
Alright,
mask,
I've-
except it's not because it's higher than 255.
All right,
But
guys.
whatever.
I have canonically come back from drinking coolant in the tank, and we're just arguing. So I'm gonna.
We've become
I'm
so
gonna have to end
sidetracked
it
that we
here.
can't even end the damn podcast.
That's because we enjoy this so much. Come on, it's fun.
I do
wish I
like
could keep
talking.
on going.
I like hearing my own voice. I'm gonna listen to this
No, I hate
furiously.
that.
Dick out in the hand. Slow strokes though. Slow.
Yeah, no,
Alright.
you gotta make it last. It's an hour, you know.
I make
It-
it loud.
it-
Yeah. If everyone's listening right now, if you manage to come before the end of this podcast, shame on you. Shame on you. You don't understand what
it's
this podcast
actually-
is all
One-
about.
one-
It's secretly the Dom podcast, you know.
All right,
Yeah.
one bullet question before we end, and it needs
This
to
is-
be
oh, God.
answered with a single phrase, a short phrase. Okay. On average,
Mhm.
how long do you take? To.
Anyways, guys, thank you for. Honestly, I think that's getting a
Comeback.
bit like yeah.
All
I
right.
think that's getting
No,
a bit
that's my single
beyond
word phrase.
YouTube's terms, you know.
All
Well,
right.
no, that depends on what I'm looking at. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
Yeah,
depends what
honestly,
time
it depends.
is.
It depends. Like if I'm on
Okay,
the
wait.
mood-
Okay,
I'm
wait.
not talking.
Before we end, can I say one thing in relation to this?
Okay.
Do you guys get really hungry afterwards?
No,
No,
not
but I always need a long piss, a long relieving piss after.
No, I get really hungry
I
afterwards.
don't get. Well, I mean, I
And I
can
get up
have
and
like
wash my
some.
hands and then like make myself something to eat, like a big thing to eat. And it's like
Are
3
you
a.m.
guys?
so
Are
it's
you
like, what the
guys
fuck?
belly buttons or more tissue guys?
What? What the fuck does that mean?
Whatever is the most
What does
convenient
that
at the time.
mean?
I rest my case.
All right, we need to finish this. Bye bye. You guys have a good one.
That was
Oh.
horrible.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That was horrible.
Bye bye.